A fleet of electric buses have been rolled out on Waiheke Island, making it the first suburb in Auckland to go electric. The new buses will reduce carbon emissions by over 500 tonnes a year. That's equivalent to the amount of electricity used to power 718 homes. 6 new buses were unveiled today, with 2 more on the way next month. Reporter Louise Ternouth and camera operator Simon Rogers filed this report.
The 6 new buses were unveiled by Auckland Central and Green Party MP Chloe Swarbrick. 12-year-old Libby Ramsey had the honour of cutting the red ribbon as her winning artwork was chosen to decorate one of the buses. Fuller's and Auckland Transport are behind the new venture in a bid for Waiheke to become entirely electric by 2030. The buses can carry up to 37 passengers and rely on charging once a day to cover 300 to 400 kilometres. With vehicles making up 40% of the city's emissions, Mayor Phil Goff was thrilled to be progressing on climate change goals.
It's the goal that we are marking a step towards today of dealing with emissions and having a beautiful, new, clean, emissions-free bus fleet on the island. That's truly something to celebrate.
And not only are they good for the environment, they're quiet too.
Brett was telling me this morning that he was driving the bus and he pulled up at a bus stop and people were reading their papers at the bus stop and the bus was so quiet that he had to tap on the window to say that he was there.
The 9 remaining diesel buses on the island will be replaced as they reach the end of their life. Phil Goff says while electric buses are more expensive, so is the diesel that needs to be shipped over for the old buses.
But the average electric bus would cost about $650,000 as against a diesel bus $350,000, $400,000. But over the life of the bus, because it's so much cheaper to run, actually it's economic to buy electric buses as well as being good for the environment.
He says his goal is to stop purchasing diesel buses by 2025. Receiving praise from Chloe Swarbrick.
If you did this in 2 years, imagine what you can do in 10. The drive to get Waiheke to be entirely electric by the year 2030. The last stats that I had heard, which I believe was only a few weeks ago when I was speaking to Kath at that point up to date, was that the EV uptake on the island was around 4%. I understand it's now around 6%. So again, if you keep slowly ticking towards that, we will get there in no time at all.
The construction of the buses is a collaboration between one of the world's largest global manufacturers in the UK, ADL, and New Zealand-based energy technology company BYD. CEO of Fuller's, Mike Horn, says the partnership will reap benefits for the economy after COVID-19.
They'll be licensing their buses to be built here in New Zealand, and that will create new jobs and new investment, and this is new technology for New Zealand as well. So it becomes very much a New Zealand Inc. Collaboration. So we're really, really pleased to have ADL in New Zealand.
And with around 70% of Waiheke's visitors from Auckland, they're hoping the new transport is a hit. CEO of Auckland Transport, Shane Allison, says plans are already in place for the next rollout.
Next year we've got more rolling out between Puanui and the airport. It's part of our ongoing journey to go to a low emission bus roadmap by 2040.
He says recent trials over the years have ensured they'll be a success.
Seeing how they operate in different conditions around Auckland, and that's really led us to where we are today. They've gone fantastically well to this point. And it gives us real confidence that these buses are fit for service for Auckland.
It's clear we're fast-tracking to tagging on for a quieter, emission-free ride in the city. For Checkpoint, Louise Ternouth.